In today's news, the Central launches Troupe Juve Band and Soca Size for BVI Festival 2020.
VI Youth Parliament relaunched.
Guyana awaits elections results.
Venezuelan president encouraged women to have 6 children.
284 Media Bulletin and your weekly arrest blotter. These and more stories when 284 News returns.
What you really running for, boss? You could have bust a hole in your head. But see with the competition, which means about to bust a hole in your pocket.
I could get my modem, please.
Anyhow, I got something huge to show you.
I gotta be sick in your head.
Well, hold on, string bean. Ain't a kind of party. Check this. That's LTE1 for just about everyone. LTE2 for you and your boo. And hold on. Bam! Rate so low, you feel like you're free. That's LTE3 for you and the whole family.
Save even more on your internet with new pricing from CCT. Get LTE 2 now for only $149. Get LTE 3 for the new low price of $189. All packages are unlimited, so there's no overage charge. You don't have to run into Chaz for savings. Just stop by our store and sign up today. Come on over to CCT. Life Unlimited.
Welcome, viewers, to 284 News. It's Monday, March 4th, 2020. I am Kyla Kenesha Forbes.
And I am Javon Wilson, of course, happy to be joining you, our valued viewers from all across the world, especially our valued viewers here in the British Virgin Islands. We are so happy to jump into our first story for today. Now, viewers, BVI Festival 2020 is just about 5 months away, but young entrepreneur and band owner, Miss Janine Lewis, is on a mission to change our approach. Now, to our surprise, she released the Central's Festival Troupe 2020 last Saturday at the Aqua Nightclub, a band that truly chronicles outstanding elements of BVI culture and heritage. Plus, there's more. Let's take a look.
Tell us all about the Central 2020 and how you feel about being able to launch so early.
It's actually an honor to be able to launch so early, and I want to change the old habits of starting late. This gives everyone an opportunity to come on out if you have any financial difficulties, you can actually start a payment plan. I want to give people an opportunity to actually see things in advance, so that way you know, like, wait, I can gear up for the whole 6 months, so I'm really excited about that. This year, the Central is celebrating Guardians of the Culture. Guardians of the Culture, and I'm so honored to describe 3 beautiful sections: the Plapo section, the Fish and Fungi section, and the none other than the Fungi music section.
What I love about that is it really chronicles BVI culture.
We were trying to break the barriers with the whole traditional feathers. We wanted to actually depict what it means to have a Plapo section, what it means to have a Fungi music section, so you can actually see the details in the costume, and it reflects the name of exactly what we're trying to represent.
Good stuff there from Ms. Janine. Now, outside of her grand band launch, she also launched a Juve troupe this year. Plus, the Central plans to get you fit for Festival 2020. We have some intense workouts coming, of course, awesome fun, and no more stressing about trying to get into your costume, Kyla. And of course, you have more than enough time to get into it. So let's go to that clip.
Listen, Soca Size Saturdays is something you do not want to miss out on. It's an opportunity to get fit with the Central for $5. $5. Okay, so listen, every second and fourth Saturday, we're going to have a live DJ. It's going to be at the Pear Park. 6 to 7 every Saturday. You pay $5, come on out and exercise.
Leading up to festival, you really need to build your stamina and get ready. So Soca Size is it?
Soca Size, we're starting the first one on March 14th. That's the first Saturday we're going to do it. And I'm telling you, working out, dancing, you don't want to miss out on that. Come on out and have fun with Soca Size with the Central.
All right, so another thing we're super excited about is the Juve troupe. Come on, tell us about that.
Yes, so Juve is going to be epic this year because we have DJ Avalanche, and I don't want to talk about the artist too much, but I'm so excited to have Skinny Fabulous on the road with us for Juve and
the Energy God.
Yes, for Parade and Juve. So I'm so excited. We're going to be having lots of fun on the road. We have so much different costumes for the Juve as well. We have thongs, we have regular, we have plus size, we have t-shirts, we have crop tops, we have everything.
Everyone is covered.
Everyone, vests. And I mean, you get a backpack, you get so much goodies, you get paint. I'm telling you, it's just gonna be epic fun. That's all we wanna do. Make people come on and know that the BVI is on the map. Have fun for Juve, have fun for Parade, and you don't have to go anywhere else other than the beautiful British Virgin.
So overall, of course, it was a great launch. Just last year, Janine made her debut at the launch, with the launch of the Central for the very first time in the British Virgin Islands. And we are thrilled, of course, to see her at it again this time around, expanding her borders and offering more to the people of the British Virgin Islands. Like she said, soca superstar, the one and only, Skinny Fabulous. He will be on the road with the band plus Poison out of St. Thomas. So it's definitely a good look for the BVI. But viewers, this launch also saw Carnival whining sensation, Mr. White Chocolate, making his inaugural visit to the BVI. Of course, the ladies went crazy, and we have a clip to show you exactly why. Let's look. Here with a celebrity in the house in the British Virgin Islands, none other than White Chocolate. Listen, if you look at him, you know the ladies love him. They love you. I mean, you got like the best waist in tongue. It's crazy because you were just telling me you are from the UK.
Yep. I'm from the UK. Used to live in St. Lucia for 2 years, and obviously that's where I learned how to whine, I guess.
That's where you had your whining practice?
Right. That's where I learned. Yep.
All right, so you come from the United Kingdom. I mean, completely different culture from the Caribbean. In Caribbean, Carnival Festival is a major thing. Tonight we're celebrating the launch of the Central Festival Troupe 2020. Their troupe for Festival BVI 2020. What do you want to say to persons who might be considering signing up and getting involved in Carnival Festival all the same?
Right. In the BVI?
Yeah.
I think, especially this in through, speaking to Janine, they're really trying to do something different with the BVI, and they're trying to make it contend with other islands, because coming here and I was saying I'm going to go to Tortola, everyone's like, what's that?
Right.
And I'm like, it's in the BVI, they're really trying to thing. They're bringing Skinny down obviously this year, so that's going to be big. But yeah, I think the more, as time goes on and people invest in the BVI, the better the festival can become, and hopefully it can contend with the big islands, you know.
Of course, Mr. White Chocolate, all the way from the United Kingdom. Of course, he said, like he said in the video, he learned to whine in St. Lucia during his internship. But it just goes to show, Kyle, I'm really happy, first of all, to see Janine really stepping out on a limb and launching her band way ahead in advance.
I love that.
When you look at other countries, especially who are really religious when it comes to festival and carnivals, it's not something that's inexpensive at all. You have to be able to budget yourself in a way that prepares you to be a part of the festival. So seeing that she's launching way in advance really gives persons an opportunity to be a part of the BVI festival, but also the fact that we are now including international and regional artists. I mean, of course, we love our local artists, and they will be a part of the lineup. We're super excited about that, but the prospects are even bigger when you include an international or regional artist. And really and truly, once we continue to move in that direction, we automatically will attract more persons to our shores.
Definitely. As you said before, I'm really glad to see Janine bringing back this troupe, and the fact that she's starting early.
Yes.
We're making, a tradition out of this. You're bringing festival alive. The costume, I love the plaidpole.
Oh yes, depiction of BVI culture.
It's BVI culture, and I think that's what we need to see more so in our festival celebrations. So a big round of applause to her.
Yes, and I really love to like Mr. White Chocolate there said, how it almost automatically makes us one of the top contenders in the region once we continue down this path, and it really speaks to the prospects too of entertainment tourism as we continue to build our tourism industry. So good stuff from Janine.
I do agree.
Congratulations.
Great. As we move on, the Virgin Islands Youth Parliament will be relaunched on March 30th. The Youth Parliament program, which was originally established in 2015 to give young persons between the ages of 15 and 29 the opportunity to practice governance. A special select committee has been appointed to manage the Virgin Islands Youth Parliament. The committee members consist of Honorable Julian Willock as chairman, Honorable Neville Smith, Honorable Kai Reimer, Honorable Shari De Castro, Honorable Julian Fraser, Honorable Melvin Turnbull, Honorable Marlon Penn, and Honorable Shireen Charles. So these are all parliamentarians within our system already, Javon. Speaker of the House of Assembly, Honorable Julian Willock, said the makeup of the Youth Parliament will be brought in line with the Commonwealth Parliamentarian Association guided on youth parliaments across the region. Javon, I just think this is an opportunity to allow these youth parliamentarians to participate in local, regional, and international debates across the region, just to discuss issues that are facing our society, giving young persons, these young people will be able to focus on youth governance in our territory and bring youth awareness and education and training. I love this because I think we're giving young persons a chance to step into the limelight and kind of somewhat, for lack of a better word, practice.
Absolutely. I think this is like the perfect gateway to get our young people involved in government and governing and, you know, the politics of our territory. And I know Honorable Julian Willock is very, very excited about leading this charge, simply because I think, you know, like you said, it will expose our youths to fresh perspective and new realities on the local, regional, and international scene. But also, we get to carry a bit of the BVI and BVI expertise to those regions as well. So it's a good look.
Most definitely.
All right, viewers, we're going to move right on. We have a lot more news coming after the break. We're talking about the Guyana elections results thus far and a lot more. Stay tuned.
Is business slow, cash flow down, hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.
When you need to stay connected with friends and families at home or abroad, the best choice for you is Freedom. CCT Freedom. With the lowest rates in the market, our Freedom plan gives you unlimited calls and texting. Plus, our Freedom One package includes 10 gigabits of super fast, unlimited LTE data and unlimited calls to the BVI, USA, USVI, Canada, Puerto Rico, and UK lines. Why pay for overages when you can enjoy CCT Freedom? Stop by at one of our stores today and speak with one of our representatives to find out more about our CCT Freedom packages.
Viewers, welcome back to 284 News. Now the story I think, well, I've been waiting on. I think you yourself, Javon,
I think that
have
shocked
been
the entire world.
waiting on. So during a televised event promoting National Women's Health Care Plan in Venezuela, Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro urged women to have 6 children.
6.
Not 1, not 2. 6.
Oh my goodness.
For the good of the country, he said. Although the president speaks so highly on expanding families, statistics shows that Venezuela is facing an economic crisis.
That is the truth.
Though many reports show that this might not be a great idea, the president continues to deny that the country is in such crisis. Now, viewers, let's just take a look at just a few statistics. According to a study by the UN World Food Program, 1 in 3 Venezuelans is struggling to have proper food to meet minimum nutritional requirements. Between 2013 and 2018, 13% of Venezuelan children were malnourished, said UN Children's Agency. Additionally, it was reported that in 2018, the number of babies abandoned in the street or left in the entrance of public buildings increased by 70%.
That's ridiculous.
So despite what statistics show, the president strongly believes and voiced that women should have at least, and I quote, 6 children for the good of the country. In his presentation, he chanted, give birth during during his remarks. We laugh because we just cannot believe.
It's unbelievable.
Definitely. And Javon, these remarks come just days before the celebration of International Women's Day.
You know, Kyla, this unnerves me so much.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
really
yes.
curious to know what could have caused or what's his reasoning behind this recommendation. When you think about, you know, Venezuela being home to so many people who are already impoverished, just before the newscast, we were discussing
Yes, we did.
the World Cup
World Cup,
event.
yes.
Sorry, there was a specific picture that went viral, viewers. It was a picture of the stadium. The game was going on, and outside of the stadium, directly outside of the stadium, there were 3 young kids, of course, vagrants, homeless children, impoverished, just standing outside of the stadium. So it really spoke to the 2 extremes you
Yes.
see in Venezuela, how many monies they were pumping into this game, and compared to the needs,
reality,
the
the
real
reality.
needs of the people. When you think about, you know, hospitals not functioning, they already have a shortages of vaccines. The communities are already depressed and compromised. What would make him think that having more children could make put a country in a better place?
But as the report says, you know, he continues to deny that Venezuela is in such a crisis. And sometimes we see that with leaders under their leadership. They just cannot believe where they actually
Or
are.
they refuse to
or
acknowledge.
they admit it.
Right,
Yes,
they refuse
exactly.
to acknowledge it. And another thing about the Venezuelan government is the government and the opposition are at odds. And
Definitely.
the people, you know, the people become the collateral damage. They suffer because of the feuds between the opposition and the government. So I think our leaders have to be a bit more responsible with what
And
they're putting out
realistic.
there.
But also, just a bit more about this story, 6 children. And I mentioned International Women's Day, which will be celebrated this Sunday.
Yes.
Just all the things that women have done in this world to still be considered just a child bearer.
Wow, I love that. And, you know, it just
No.
goes to show that even in this day and age, some of our men probably still don't
believe
get it.
that. Yep.
All right, viewers, we have to move along right across the border in my home country of Guyana. An estimated 500,000 registered voters took to the polls on Monday, March 2nd, to vote for Guyana's 2020 elections that saw a face-off between front-runners PPPC, which happens to be the opposition, and the government's coalition, which is APNU AFC, among 9 other parties on this year's lineup. Now, Guyana has 10 administrative regions, and up to press time, only 6 returning officers in the various regions have made their declarations, which will go to the total numbers to determine who won the elections. Now, according to updates made just a few hours ago today by the Department of Information, the opposition seems to be in the lead. We can look at Region 1 currently. We see PPPC leading with 7,966 votes. Over to Region 2, we have 18,752. Of course, the PPP leading there again. In Region 5, PPPC is also in the lead with 18,263 votes. Now, when we move on to Region 8, APNU AFC is in the lead with 2,086 votes. The opposition again, PPPC, in Region 9 with 7,065 votes. And we have APNU AFC, which has secured Region 10 with a massive 19,153 votes. So based on what we're seeing here, Kyla, based on the preliminary numbers, we see the opposition, which is PPPC, leading with 45,945 votes, and the coalition government, APNU AFC, trailing behind with 33,339 based on the votes of we've been able to tally thus far. Now, yet to declare our regions 3, 4, 6, and 7. And interestingly, Kyla, when you look at the statistics that's in so far, this closely resembles the patterns we saw in the 2015 elections. Now, if we are to take a look at the last election, soon enough you'll be seeing that graph on the screen. based on what is outstanding, currently PPPC, they won Region 3 last time, APNU won Region 4, PPP won Region 6, and APNU won Region 7. Now, those are the 4 that are outstanding based on what you're seeing there on the screen. And from the final results presented in 2015, the race between APNU and PPP was very close. And I'm seeing here again, this time around, it seems to be no different. Now, besides that, viewers, there were a few voting irregularities cited throughout the voting process on Monday that saw a few arrests, but GECOM, which is Guyana Elections Commission, is very confident that the process was primarily a fair and safe one. Now, despite the discrepancies noted, British, American, and Canadian envoys who oversaw the process were pleased with the process. All 3 of the diplomatic representatives said they observed that the elections were conducted properly, and they offered praises to the Guyana Elections Commission. Now, the Canadian High Commissioner, Ms. Lillian Chatterjee, said, quote, "I would like to commend GECOM on a very professional and dedicated system yesterday. Now, like everybody else, the citizens of Guyana and the rest of the world, we are anxious for those results, and let's hope we get those results as soon as possible." End of quote. While members of the electorate, as you can imagine, Kyle, I mean, the elections was on Monday, which is March 2nd. I guess in the BVI and smaller jurisdictions, what you see is, you're able to get the results on the set day.
Or the next morning, but
right,
not this.
Not in Guyana. Guyana, first of all, is a very huge country. We're home to hundreds of thousands of people. This time around, we had about 500,000 voters registered. So, and also added to that, a point I'm going to get to is the fact that we still do manual voting. So those votes have to be counted manually, which kind of slows down the process. But of course, the officials are kindly asking persons across Guyana to just be a little bit more patient, and also to stay away from fraudulent sources dispersing information. Like there's a fake GECOM page that's floating around with information, of course, misleading the people in Guyana. And I mean, the atmosphere is already so tense. You want to make sure that whatever is going out is accurate.
Definitely.
So yeah, viewers, we're looking forward to see what's going to happen. I know Region 4 is still outstanding. Region 4 is the constituency with the highest amount of voters, about 100,000, a bit over 100,000. That is yet to come. And then essentially, I think whoever wins that region will safely win the election. So we'll just have to wait and see. And of course, viewers, as those results come in, we'll be bringing them to you here on 284 Media.
Definitely. So still ahead, viewers, we have your 284 Media Bulletin and your weekly arrest blotter. This and so much more when 284 returns.
How may I assist you? Yes. You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Viewers, welcome back to 284 News. Just a few updates on our 284 bulletin. The public is invited to the annual Elmore Stout High School Sports Day event on March 5th and 6th. So that's tomorrow and Friday at the A.O. Shirley Ground. They'll have just a small admission fee of $3 for adults and $1 for students and children. Javon, I look forward to this. ESHS was my alumni school. I think every adult that attended this school, they have that house pride and would still like to see their house, win and, go House One.
Yeah. House One, really?
Yeah.
That's a bias.
That's my go House One.
Honest and impartial in 284 News.
Okay, so interested persons are notified that registration is open on Friday, March 6th for the Virgin Islands High School Certificate Program. The independent study program is designed for persons over the age of 18 to complete their secondary education. Registration forms can be collected at the Ministry of Education on the second floor of the Ward Building. And last but definitely not least, also at the Ministry of Education, Culture, Youth Affairs, Fisheries, and Agriculture will be administrating the next SAT examination on Saturday, March 14th at the Elmore South High School campus located at the old Clarence Thomas building. The examination will commence at 8 a.m. and candidates are asked to be seated at 7:30 a.m. For more information, contact the Ministry of Education and Culture via telephone 468-2641.
All right, viewers, we're going to move on to our last story for today. It's actually your weekly arrest blotter from the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force this time around. Very short. That's a good thing, right?
That's a good thing.
That is a good thing. So police arrested and charged Mr. Franklin Moore, 62, of Copper Mine Road, Virgin Gorda, for theft, assault of a police officer, and resisting arrest. He was granted bail in the amount of $5,000 with one signed surety to appear before the magistrate's court on the 10th of March, 2020. Police arrested and charged Miss Canadia Marquise, 28, of Diamond Estate, for assault occasioning actual bodily harm and criminal damage. She was granted bail in the amount of $5,000 with one signed surety to appear before the magistrate's court on the 7th of April, 2020. And finally, police arrested and charged Mr. Augustine Franklin, 30, of Greenland, for unlawful possession of a controlled drug. He was granted bail in the amount of $5,000 with one signed surety to appear before the magistrate's court on the 4th of March, 2020. Viewers, as per usual, it is always a pleasure to join you for our daily edition of 284 News. Of course, we want to remind you, if you're yet to, be sure to follow us for daily updates at 284media.com. Now, I cannot stress enough how much information is available there. If you are a binge watcher, as I am, it is a great platform for you to go check out all of our shows. Definitely. We have The Couch. We have quite a number of features that we do weekly here at 284 Media. And of course, for you readers, you avid readers, we also have daily written articles. So definitely catering to a bunch of persons here in the British Virgin Islands. Also, if you're yet to, be sure to follow us on Facebook, like us at 284 Media, and 284 BVI on Instagram as well as Twitter. My name is Javon Wilson.
And I am Kyla Kenesha Forbes. We'll see you again tomorrow as we deliver your daily dose of local, regional, and international content right here on 284 Media. You know, 284 News is your source for honest and impartial news. So just make sure you have a happy Wednesday, everybody.
Take care.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Brilliant Hands and Minds Tutoring Services, one-on-one tutorials in math and English, intense homework assistance, academic enrichment, school projects, effective communication and public speaking development, sign language for adults and children on Saturdays only. Registered with the Virgin Islands High School Certificate Program, Brilliant Hands and Minds can help you too. Offering intense curriculum-based training to help you or your loved ones get their high school diploma. It's time to make your family's education a #1 priority. Hurry, space is limited. Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center. We are the trained education professionals.